Let's go. Oh my God, what the hell is this? He's gonna try it.
And will this be enough? My God, Hogan takes it. 1, 2.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrastlin. I am Josh, alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Justin Toner. Every 2 weeks, this is not going to be a thing. Just happens to fall on I was sick, then we came back, and then we were thankful for stuff. And you know what I'm thankful for? This show and doing it with you every time we get the chance. Justin, how are we doing?
I'm good, my friend. And I'm thankful for getting to do this show with you. And yeah, you know, I had a lovely Thanksgiving with my family. You know, it's like missed doing the show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, me too.
But yeah,
so,
a lot of stuff happened since we were last on. It's like 2 pay-per-views to talk about, and lots of other big news happened.
Yeah, a lot of other big news. The big news, it was a matter of if not, or a matter of when, not if. And that is TNA getting a TV deal. Because once WWE partnered up with them, they don't own them like AAA, but once they partnered up with them, you knew that they were trying to push AEW as far away from being successful as they possibly could. And that was also getting TNA into the TV realm and a TV deal. So it wasn't like TNA was really good to finally get a TV deal. No, they had the big dog of WWE and that machine backing them to get this done. And it sounds like we're getting it done. Justin, give us a lowdown.
Okay, yeah. So there's rumors that, and it was first broke by I think John Alba at Sports Illustrated, that AMC may be one of the front runner networks to acquire TNA's weekly show for their new media deal, and that's exactly who it turned out to be. And it was announced on Tuesday officially by both AMC and TNA that that is the case. It's a multi-year media rights deal that will bring Impact to the AMC network. It will start the move will be official on January 15th. TNA Impact will be live that evening in its new time frame, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. So the show will be available on AMC and also on their streaming app, AMC Plus. We don't know specifically about how much money TNA is getting in the deal, but and how long. But it's a multi-year deal, and this is a big news for TNA. AMC is a major cable network. I mean, it's like, the home of The Walking Dead, among other things.
Right.
It's like, so them getting on a much more well-known network like AMC is definitely going to help the brand and hopefully draw some more people into the show. So this is great news for TNA.
It's great news for the wrestling world because you now have 3 promotions on national television, or at least on large cable networks.
Yeah, and AMC is much more easily available than Access TV was.
Right, exactly. So I think it's good for that. It's also, once the TV deal goes live, I wonder how much we're going to see more main roster people showing up on TNA now that they're on TV, or at least on a more accessible channel. And once that first episode, it's just like when they're trying to beat out AEW or anything like that, WWE is going to bring in some, like, AJ Styles will probably be on there. Like, they'll probably, reintroduce the world to TNA type of thing is my theory on it. But we'll see. I just think it's really cool. And again, it's just, ever since AEW came in 2019, they changed the landscape and made everyone step their game up. All, the whole rising tides lifts all ships. Well, that was a tsunami. And it wasn't Bronson Reed. It was just a tsunami of a rising tide that AEW brought and made everyone else step their game up. So now the only people that really took a step back in the whole thing of when AEW started was New Japan. New Japan was really hot, had AJ, the Bullet Club, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. And as soon as AEW started, they got hit the most because the Bucks, Kenny Omega, AJ already left, and they really took a hit. But in return, I mean, you have seen how many people in WWE now that were in AEW are now their respected champions.
Yeah,
in WWE. So yes, we talk crap a lot, and Tony Khan is rightfully deserving of a lot of scrutiny. Criticism.
Triple H right now.
But yes, and we'll get to War Games here in a second. But you gotta look back and where TNA was. They were just in the pits.
Yeah.
They couldn't get out of their own way. They still can't get out of their own way based on the booking. But it's not like the product hasn't been significantly better since AEW started, and the product of WWE hasn't got significantly better. Now, it helped for a lot of legal out of the ring situations that made them and other people selling everything, and then we'll get to how WWE books now. But you can just tell competition creates better products.
Yeah.
And TNA is better. AAA is now. I mean, AAA was always AAA, but now AAA has become something really cool. CMLL. I mean, those promotions are already good, but now everyone at least wants to tune in to see those things. And since the partnership with WWE happened, TNA has really stepped their game up as well. Now, what is that with a little bit of them leaning on WWE? I don't know. But that's 6-7 promotions. Oh God, I said 6-7. Sorry. I did it. I did the thing. I didn't mean to do that. There's some 10-year-old out there that's watching us that just flipped out. But that's a lot of promotions that garners our attention. And it used to. I don't remember the last time I can say that.
Yeah, I mean, TNA's really last year and a half has really kind of turns around in a lot of ways now. Like I said, it's not perfect. I mean, so their booking is still a little questionable. How it took them forever to put the belt on Joe Hendry,
Santana,
and then they just took it from him. But he's chasing it again.
Wait, hold on. You said you said it. I'm sorry. We got to keep up with the bit.
Yeah. I was like, oh sure. The partnership with WWE is has really worked out. It really helped TNA in a lot of ways, and has produced some really cool stuff. The crossover stuff with NXT, and they said that it's going to continue. It's not ending anytime soon, and we're definitely seeing that because it got. Although the current NXT people causing problems on TNA television isn't exactly top level talent, but a lot of TNA talent's gotten their exposure, and it's a lot of people that go back and forth, in good ways, and we were wondering, but now it's official because if you go to WWE's website, Joe Hendry is now officially. With WWE, he has switched sides, which everyone's expected that to happen at some point. So and he's listed in NXT for the time being. So right now, that explains why he's been on NXT so much.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk more about that because the stuff with Fee Hale's continuing, which I think is good for her. So
I was happy to see that. We'll get to that on TNA. I mean NXT.
Yeah. But them getting to feature a lot of the like Santana and now Leon Slater is and we got the some really cool crossover stuff with Gold Rush, and then the crossover episode where they did the Survivor Series matches, which was NXT versus TNA.
Mm-hmm.
So Santana got to get featured and stuff like that, Leon is going to be. We had the Leon Javon match, which was an insane match with a horrible ending, and Leon's going to be in NXT Deadline this Saturday in the Iron Survivor match. It's like with Javon and a couple other familiar faces. So, this is really cool, and so hopefully they'll help them step up a game. Now, it's funny. Some people were wondering if they were going to switch nights and try to go head to head with Dynamite. And that was like a rumor that was going on for a while, but no, they're staying on Thursdays, which is the smart move. It's like that's their night. Work on establishing, getting an audience and not worried about trying to compete with anybody else.
I mean, they're competing with us, right? I guess if you want to say they're competing with two talking heads. I think actually wrestling and storylines will definitely outweigh our commentary. But we would love to have you all listening to us as you're watching TNA in the background. It's perfectly fine. You can do two things at once on that. But yeah, no, it's really great. I mean, obviously, I knew the internet is forever. So we're going to get you. If you're good, you're going to get light shined on you. You're going to get noticed. But the partnership has really upped. The Joe Hendrys, the Leon Slaters, the Jordan Graces, and it's really brought eyeballs to just how good and how messed up it was that the Nick Nimitz of the world, like he's really found his footing there. Showing Frankie Kazarian's on WWE TV sometimes, and that's really cool. I really happy for Frankie Kazarian because he's been through it, up and down, left and right.
And also, your boy Wesley has come back to TNA for the time being. He's rejoined the Rascals, which made you very happy.
Yep. The Rascals, obviously, the Hardys always had a history with TNA, but it's nice to see them. That TNA was able to give us on a nice, as far as a retirement match of the Dudleys. I know they were in TNA before. I mean, the company's been around for 24 years, people. It's not like they just popped up like AEW did like 5 or 6 years ago. But it's nice to see that you thought they were dead in the water and now they're back to being on AMC, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Another television network, scuttlebutt wise, is not happy with WWE apparently. But apparently it came out that ESPN so far with their premium live stuff is not happy with what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know I've tried to look at any numbers. According to Fred, it was all Freddie Prinze Jr. coming out and saying they weren't happy. I mean, the WrestlePalooza show was a bore, and the ESPN writer gave it a C. And then people are like, "How could an ESPN writer give it a C?" Because that's the problem that you have with partnering with ESPN when you're not going to control the narrative. That's their whole division. They're supposed to be a journalist, and they're supposed to his job is to review the show and not with biased lenses. And he did that. And to me, I think he graded correctly. I thought it was a C show at best.
Yeah.
And but
I thought Joe was better. And then we're going to be talking about Survivor a little bit, which was another step down.
Right.
Not completely horrible, but it had some problems. So I could definitely see that, but it's like it's coming from secondhand sources. So it's like,
And I don't know how you track just how many how much more viewers you get because you added WWE to that streaming service. And what if that's WWE that's bringing it in, or is it something else?
Right. And now the other thing is that the rollout of the new streaming service wasn't actually smooth either, because only certain pay TV providers were able to get deals in place to be able to allow you to access the app, everything on the app, including the WWE stuff, without having to pay extra. It's like, and so some of them still haven't worked something out. It's like, so there's only a couple of them that I've had to chill out the $30 a month right now for the time being. So it's like, So it's like I have a Sling TV subscription, so it's like you have YouTube TV still, right? And
yeah, I just got ESPN back, much less
exactly. Yeah, it's like there was that whole dispute. It's like they just were able to work out a deal to get ESPN and other stuff back on YouTube TV. So so I think maybe that's a major factor as well. Maybe that it's like $30 is a lot, so it's like. It's like I pay the same amount of money, and I for the bundle deal allows me to get access to 3 apps for the same price instead of 1. It's like I got the.
And when you're putting out okay products, and we'll get to War Games, when you're putting out products like that, like what makes you? Because most of the time, 9 times I'm going to say about 60% of the people that bought ESPN, this app that's $30 a month, is to make sure they can see the PLEs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just going to throw out 60. It could be less than that, could be more. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number. I'm just going on a gut feeling. That 6% of those, and when WWE is playing it safe, and we'll get to our War Game situation, and WrestlePalooza was not good, which I thought that was rushed anyway. But when you're basically you're 1 for 2,
Crown Jewel was a much better show.
Yeah,
it's like it's like I was like, okay, but now it's like then they took another dip down with how they did Survivor Series, and so it's like at some point, it's like certain things will have to change, and it's like you have to wonder, like being too comfortable with all these big money deals is kind of like affecting the creative in some way. Maybe it's like I know like a lot of creators like JD from Narcodars are thinking that's maybe part of the problem. So who knows?
I mean, CM Punk, which RIP to Larry the dog.
Much love to CM Punk and AJ Lee losing their beloved dog Larry this week.
He got adopted by all the IWC as well. For as much as we liked Larry, and obviously we can just tell how much he meant to AJ and CM Punk when they rescued him. And if anything, obviously in the Chicago area, Pause for the Cause, and a lot of other those places about getting dogs out of her shelter and stuff like that. But yeah, it's never fun. So our
it's hard losing a pet. They become part of the family. It's like I've been there myself. So no wonder that they weren't at Raw this week. It's like because it happened like I think like right after Survivor Series. I think it sounds like
if you watch and you see it online, as people pointed out when CM Punk came out, because I thought it was weird how he sat there for a second before he said it's clobbering time, and he gripped his jacket and it said Larry's dad on it. So when he's going down, he gripped his jacket.
Maybe it happened before the show.
And either it happened before or he knew it. They made the decision basically.
Yeah.
So he gripped, and that's why he took a second to like get himself back to it, because he probably had a little emotional moment there.
That explains Larry's dad jacket too, probably.
Yeah. So for that, but it'd have been interesting to see. But we got some pay-per-views to talk about before we get into Raw. All right, let's bungle down a 13 gajillion hour for Gear episode in about 5 minutes. Pac defeated Darby Allin. Tony Storm and Marina Shirakawa defeated Megan Bayne and Marina Julia Hart and Sky Blue and Harley Quinn and Willow Nightingale in a 4-way tag team match, and won the ability to pick a stipulation for the match against Spain and Shafir in the women's tag team title tournament. FTR defeated Rodito to win the AEW Tag Team Championships. Ricochet won the Casino Gauntlet match to become the first ever AEW National Champion. Kyle O'Reilly defeated Jon Moxley in a no-holds-barred match. Mark Briscoe defeated Kyle Fletcher in a no-DQ match to win the AEW TNT Championship. Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks defeated Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express in a $1 million 6-man tag team match. After the match, Callis family started a beatdown on the babyface and looked to injure Omega, which caused the Bucks to turn face and go and make the save. They shook hands with the Express, and then Omega shared a hug with them to bury the hatchet. Chris Statlander defeated Mercedes Moné, thank you, everything, to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. In the main event, Joe, I was going to say Joe Hendry. I'm sorry, we said his name too much. Samoa Joe defeated Hangman Adam Page in a steel cage match to win the AEW World Championship, thanks to help from the Ops, including Hook, who turned heel by hitting Hangman with the title belt while the ref was down, and reveal he had been conspiring with the Ops all along. Joe hit Page with the Muscle Buster on the belt, and the ref broke up to count the pin and give Joe the title. Before they could celebrate, the lights went out, and Prince Nana appeared at the entrance to announce the return of Swerve Strickland, who came out to new music. Swerve attacked the Ops Goon Squad as they bailed, and he and Hangman laid them out and stood side by side, staring at Joe and the Ops at the pay-per-view to close out the show. So I was surprised that Joe won, but then as I took a deep breath, I was like, it's Samoa Joe. I like the way the Ops are going. Swerve, Hangman, their whole thing. It's at least, it's a Swerve. It was different than I expected, and I'm not really mad about it because Hangman's always going to be your face. Like, it doesn't matter if he has a belt or he doesn't have the belt. It doesn't really matter. So that way you're not just, he's not going through opponent after opponent,
right?
Just so MJF can come back. So after
we don't know when he's coming back.
Right. We don't know. We don't know when he's coming back. So it's not, you don't run into that Cody Rhodes situation when once he beat Roman, it was just, he just went through opponent after opponent and you didn't really build up anyone. Samoa Joe with the Ops and everything. I mean, Samoa Joe's awesome. Like he's just a 5-tool player. And so I understand why they made that move. And the match was good. I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, it's because looking back on it, it was the right move because if he had lost again 2 times in a row, Hangman like that, that would have really like hurt him and the Ops as heels in a heel group. So, and it's like, I'm glad that Hangman got another row with the belt, even if it wasn't as long as you would think, but it wasn't really much going on. And, it's like with MJF not being back, it's like, I kind of get why. But so at first I was like, what are you doing? And then I was like, oh, well, it's like, I could see where they want to go with this. And then when Swerve came back, that kind of made things better because it's a good thing he's back because he's been missed.
Well, yeah, when Swerve comes back, everything's better because it's Swerve.
Yeah, it's like I like his new theme music. I like it. It took me a bit to get used to it, but I like it. So yeah, it's like he's been sorely missed, and eventually when MJF's done filming stuff, whatever he's working on, he'll be back, and in another couple months, hopefully Ospreay will be able to be back from injury. So. At first I was like weirded out by the decision, but it's like the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, it's like I kind of see where they're going with it. So, and Samoa Joe's awesome. So we'll see what happens. It makes things interesting where you got like the former enemies now allies in Hangman and Swerve fighting the Ops here. It's like, and plus, Swerve and Joe have history because Swerve was the one who took the title from him last time after he beat MJF for it. So they've got history there too as well. And who knows, like, and plus if when MJ comes back, he's still got unfinished business with Joe. It's like I'm sure he would love to fuck Joe over as payback for losing the title to him 2 years ago at World's End when he got screwed over by Adam Cole and company, who conspired with Samoa Joe to take the title off of him. So it'd be kind of almost like karma if he fucked Joe over in return, make him lose the title in some fashion, whether it's whether he takes it or something else happens. I'm sure because because remember MJF still has the gauntlet Money in the Bank cash-in thing, so that he can enact when he comes back at any time. Not at any time anywhere, but it's like Tony changed it so that he has to, and now it's like a week before that he's using it. So, it's like, so they don't get ambushed. But overall, this was a decent pay-per-view. It's just that as usual, it's really frustrating with the problems that both AEW pay-per-views and then WPLEs are complete opposite, where the AEW ones are too long with too many matches, and the WWE ones are shorter, but should have at least more matches. It's like having 4 matches on a pay-per-view level show is ridiculous. I mean, it was weird. It's like I'm not. It's like at least minimum 5 is fine. 6 is better. It's like like at least like Deadline coming up on Saturday has like 5 matches. So, and some of these matches again, it's just like there's matches that didn't need to be on the pay-per-view. And plus the length of the show definitely hurt some of the later matches. And the other thing that I thought was really stupid was the match placement, where you had the no-holds-barred match between Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly, followed immediately by the no DQ match between Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher for the TNT title. Pretty much exact same stipulation back-to-back. And both matches, all guys were bleeding fucking buckets. It was just like, I was just like, oh my God.
You should have had the Alexander Bucks in between the two.
It's like what? It's like having those 2 matches back to back really killed things, and plus the length of the show definitely had an effect on the crowd, because by the time they got to Statlander and Mercedes, which was one of the best matches on the show, the crowd was dead for most of the match. It wasn't until like the second half of the match that they come alive.
Yeah,
because they were burned out. Because it's like at that point you're at 4 hours. It's like plus. It's like and plus, having the 2 fucking hardcore bloodbaths back to back, it's like that wore the crowd out, because they were pretty lively there. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. I'm liking what doing with Eddie Kingston.
That was another thing I liked, is the fact that Hook got away from Eddie, because I didn't think that pairing really did anything for anyone. Because we want this.
It turns out it was just a ploy,
right?
Like, so it was part of the long-term plan. But anyway, as I was saying, like, because like some of the early matches they were really hot for, like FTR and Brodito, also one of the other like top match on this show, which was fucking awesome. The crowd was like hot for. It's like so. It's like it's just Tony's problem, where it's like he's trying to squeeze so much into the fucking show, and it makes it's too bloated, and sometimes it hurts it and sometimes doesn't, but in this one it was a lot more noticeable, because there was 2, like the best 2 matches were definitely Statlander Monet and the tag title match, where I think were the top 2 matches of the show.
And
then you had a bunch of other decent matches. You didn't have a lot. Like if you have like a lot of like banger matches, it's like you're a little more forgivable about the time length. But some of these matches were like did the O'Reilly Moxley bloodbath need to be on pay-per-view? No. Now I did enjoy Mark Briscoe beating Kyle Fletcher and winning the title, his first singles title. That's a great moment. It's just that when you see the violence like that so much, and it's like, and it's AEW's problem. It's like they did it again this week with it's like having the Tony Mina against Megan Bain and Shafir be another fucking hardcore match. It's like it's the overexposure, and we're gonna talk about it when we get to Wargames. It's like and it's like you do something too much. It's like you wear people out to it. It's like that's like what happened with Vince making Hell in a Cell a pay-per-view, where it's like you had to have Hell in a Cell matches every year, and multiple Hell in a Cell matches. It's like so. Let me see here. What was
Ricochet winning the title that we don't care about.
That was all right. The gauntlet was kind of disappointing. It's like because I had a feeling Ricochet was going to win. It's like there wasn't any big surprises. It's like
other than Ricochet winning, because we thought Bobby Lashley was going to win that.
Well, it's like it was either Lashley or Ricochet was going to win that. There was like the only 2 people that made sense to me. And then like the 4-way with the women's tag teams, that didn't. You
didn't need that. That's a main event on a Dynamite.
Now, Pac and Darby had a really nice opening match. Yeah. I thought that was really nice.
It's Pac and Darby. Like those 2 are going to do well.
And the 6-man, the Bucks and Josh Alexander against Kenny and the Express was really good. And plus the storyline stuff afterwards with the Bucks finally going back babyface, it worked. I thought that worked.
Yeah, that four-way.
Exactly. Gift that 4-way was completely pointless. That was a collision dynamite match. It should not have been on the paper.
They just had to put Tony on the show. I mean, that's basically what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And the main event, the ending worked, but most of the match was kind of dull for me. I thought it's like, and plus, again, it's like all this blood. It's like for a cage match, I get it. It's just that, like after everything that happened, it's like if you had cut out the O'Reilly Moxley bloodbath match and it was just the no DQ match and the cage match, I would have been fine with it. But that was like the third match where people were busted wide open on the same night. It's like, come on. And we just came off blood and butts. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't every match showcase night. Like, he's really good.
So like, it wasn't like a bad pay-per-view. It was a decent show. It's just that it was just like there was just too much weak filler matches, and the length of the show hurt the crowd.
Yeah,
because Statlander Monet had a fantastic match, and the crowd didn't get into it until like more than halfway through the match.
No, and I'm just glad that Statlander won.
Now that's the other thing I forgot to say. The other positives is that Statlander won that match like she should have. And so hopefully this is the beginning of the downward spiral of Mercedes losing all the title belts.
And which we'll get to with Dynamite. I am liking the downward spiral that Moxley is going. This is some of the best story that Moxley's done.
Hopefully they can stick the landing with this, because it's definitely got things interesting, and it's the start of the beginning of the end for the Death Riders as we originally know them. So
two things about last week of the other shows that I want to ask you about real quick. Number one, did you like that opening of Prince Nana pulling up and Swerve stepping out and then Hangman coming right with him? That was like, ooh, okay, that was cool.
Yeah,
was really
on last week's Dynamite, that was well done.
Yeah, that was well done. The other one, your Survivor Series traditional match did happen. And your thoughts on that? Did it do what it needed to do, because you've been wanting this type of match?
It was good. That was probably the only highlight of a shitty SmackDown.
What? SmackDown shitty?
Thankfully, I didn't watch it live. It was D&D night on Black Friday with my friends, and that was a lot more enjoyable. And I didn't really miss much outside of that Survivor Series tag match. Really, it's like
okay. All right, so speaking about a meh show, let's talk about War Games.
Yeah, let's talk about Survivor Series.
Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee defeated Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch in the women's War Games match when AJ Lee made Becky tap out to the Black Widow. Dominic Mysterio defeated John Cena to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship thanks to help from Liv Morgan, who made her return from injury. Also, crowd. Can you pop a little bit more for Liv?
Right.
She made Cena think she had turned on him on Dom when the ref was down, but she kicked him in the balls. Basically, she did the a la Cena when he did the swerve at Elimination Chamber. 619 into a belt shot from Liv, and then Dom hit the frog splash, and the referee recovered to count 3. And Dirty Dom is now a 2-time IC champion. Stephanie Vaquero defeated Nikki Bella to retain the Women's World Championship. And in the main event, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul defeated CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso in the men's War Games match when a hooded masked man climbed into the cage and hit a curb stomp on Punk. This allowed Braun to hit Punk with a spear to pin him and win War Games. As the heels celebrated outside the cage, Punk and Roman shared a fist bump of respect despite the loss, but then Roman told Cody this would be the last time they would team together as the show went off the air. Also, when they fist pumped, there was a video, and CM Punk goes Zebros, because they voiced the two zebras as their Zebros in Zootopia 2. So he just goes Zebros, right? And then Roman fist pumped them. Okay, that being aside, this was the most mid-safely, like I was like, oh, that's what we got? Like this? This show was a disappointment. So let me get to the positives first. Number one, like half the matches on the show were good. Like Dirty Dom versus Cena, that was fun and entertaining. And the Liv return, awesome. Yeah. I was hoping that would happen. Roxanne doing a pop rocks to Cena.
That's her new profile pic. Is her going? You can't see me to see them before she pop rocks him. So, I was about to say, I was like, you had to enjoy watching the Prodigy.
I never had that on my bingo card of the Prodigy doing a pop rocks to Cena.
Yep. That whole playing possum and distracted ref, which allowed like Raquel and Roxanne to hit their finishers on Cena to soften them up, so Dom could try to steal the title. I thought was fantastic. And I was just like, oh, then they get tossed. I was like, no. And then Liv came out. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. At first, and I bought it for a second. I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, it's a fake out, and they're playing on the Elimination Chamber Cena heel turn at the same time.
And if you notice, like when Liv goes to slap him, she actually whiffs. Like even from the angle, I'm like, wait to not make contact. And then when she did that, I was like, oh, okay, she actually meant to not hit him.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to, we didn't get Super Cena, because that's what I thought they were going to do, is him just burying all of Judgment Day. And thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, he did do the double AA on JD and Finn, which was kind of cool. But so it played out like I was hoping to, that Dom would win the title back. And I felt like if Liv was going to come back, this would be the right time to do it. And they did. And so it's great that Liv Morgan's back. The main event, the men's War Games match, I think was the best War Games match that they actually had on the main roster. To be honest, I thought this men's War Games match was great. Mm-hmm. It blew the women's match, that safe, boring women's War Games match, out of the fucking water.
That was a house show match. Can we just say what it was? That was a house show match.
Oh, the women's War Games? Yeah.
Yes. I was like, because once they just came out, they just played the hits, and then when EO's like sitting there for God knows how long on the cage, and AJ's sitting there trying to get it, and then they do like a little, oh, I'll prop you up, and ha ha ha, like that is a house show, guys. If you don't know, house shows, those are the kind of like hokey things that you do just to make the crowd pop and just have the fan experience and have a good time. Not in War Games,
right? I'll get to more of the criticisms on that in a second, but I want to compliment how well done the men's War Games match. The only thing in the men's War Games match that annoyed me and made me roll my eyes was the pause for Jay to go do yeet on top of the cage, and then thankfully Brock's music interrupted it.
I've never popped for Brock's music before until that point. Because the men's War Games, I could feel the intensity. It was physical. I felt the hate, and most importantly, it had blood. It's like Cody and CM Punk must have went to Triple H and be like, bro, it's War Games. Let's have some juice. He's like, okay. It's like Punk and Cody are old school when it comes to War Games. They're like, if we're doing War Games, there's got to be blood. And so thankfully they allowed them to bleed. That made me really happy. I was like, yes, let's go. It's just like, and then I love how Brock left the cage and was like waiting for Roman to show up so that he could take him on. Brock was great in this match. I was worried, and Brock was great.
Yeah, Brock did his part. He was a wrecking machine in there. He took the entire babyface squad to Suplex City. It took multiple finisher spam. like CM Punk and Cody had to finisher spam 2K25 style to put Brock down for a little bit. The little moments and stuff, and the finish was a little weird with the best person showing up. Most likely Austin Theory, although they wanted people to think it could have been Seth Rollins, but we know better. It's not Seth.
Yeah.
So, but Braun getting the visual pin on Punk is huge because it's setting up stuff that we're going to talk about on going forward for the next few weeks. On the road to the New Year and eventually Royal Rumble. I thought that was the right move. The heel squad needed to win this match to establish division as a serious threat, and that was the right move. So I really enjoyed the men's War Games match, and it saved the show from being a complete stinker for me.
Yeah,
because the women's War Games match was so dull and so safe, and I felt bad for them because of all the talent involved. AJ getting to do War Games for the first time. There were some cool spots.
The best thing was Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah, the Becky and Charlotte moment was great. I did enjoy Io's trash can dive. I thought that's one of the best ones she's done.
That was the best one to me.
Yeah. Even though it was silly that like the trash can had her name all over it. I'm like, what is this?
I want to know, and okay, let me do the men's, and then I'll give my, since we're on the women's. But let me give my
quickly. The Stephanie Nikki Bella match was fine. It's like it didn't have a lot of heat except for Devil Kiss stuff, which you would expect.
Oh, the Devil Kiss on the announce table, then in the ring.
Props to Nikki for having taken that on the desk because apparently she got really bruised up on the face as a result of taking it on the desk.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the thing was like that we knew that was the least amount of like we didn't. It's not that we didn't care. It's just we kind of just it's Stephanie, and let's see how much Nikki has left in the tank because Nikki's fine in the ring. She's never been. Oh my God, she's
actually
great.
That was one of the best I thought she looked in that match. Honestly,
No, I thought she did fine. It's just it's Stephanie Fakir, so she's going to get the best out of you. It's the same thing we'll get to Gunther and why he's just so good because it's like, oh, he had Carmelo. Then that's probably the best solo match that I've seen.
I forgot to mention the Melo Gunther match was so awesome. It's like I was like my heart wanted him to win, but my head was like, no, the regional's winning this. It's like, what do you think?
But with the men, the only thing, and it's just this is the War Games problem of the match itself. Is the match doesn't start until everyone's in the cage.
Right.
But everyone's worn out at that point. So each time you had, when the War Games match actually started, in the women's, it was 8 minutes. In the men's, it was 5. That's the problem with the stipulation, not with the wrestlers, but with the stipulation itself. It's like you have all this stuff, but it really doesn't matter until the match actually starts. And then you're basically going home. And it's like War Games starts and it's done. And it just, you have to figure out the pacing.
That's why the older school War Games, if you booked it right, worked because like you had a lot of the violence happen before everyone's in the cage, and then now there can be a winner now that everyone's in the cage.
I did pop for when Roman got the knuckles and was doing the Superman punches with the knuckles. I was like, okay. I was like, why have we done this before?
I also love Brock catching a Roman mid-spear and then F5ing him through one of the announce tables. That was a great spot.
No, just Brock literally destroying everyone, and then as Roman hit, he just walked out and that whole like face
bring
off,
it, bitch. Let's go.
The face off between the two of them, and I mean it was like and then the Braun Breaker. We'll get to him.
Also, good God. Braun Breaker is like his Uncle Scott. He is a genetic freak because I don't know how he did not get a fucking concussion for his neck because when Cody and Punk did the Doomsday device on him, it's like he literally fell on top of his fucking head.
This is the reason they don't do the Doomsday device anymore.
Right. Now, I appreciate Punk and Cody doing it because that's an old school move. Like, the only people I see do that is like FDR. It's like bust out the Doomsday device.
And that was they was giving, and you know how they are. They want to give homage to LOD.
Yeah, so. Yeah, the Road Warriors. Yeah, it's like but it's like. I think it knocked him just a little loopy because they cut away. They cut away from him for a little bit, but holy shit, did he recover? I'm like, Jesus, Braun is not made of the same stuff we are, dude.
I did laugh, and I hope Braun I hope Braun just does it now. Is he literally like took his straps off and then put the straps back on and then
took them off again? I was like, great.
But I just think that's just Braun.
He got to look so good.
And the only thing that it's like, and I loved Bronson Reed coming in and literally tsunamiing every
single he tsunamied everybody, which was great.
Now Jimmy got up in like 40 seconds.
Don't dive off the cage like last year and hurt yourself again. Please.
No, I think he learned he's not going to do that again. But also the only thing is like you can't really go from there other than like people just sitting there like high fiving each other because Jimmy got up in like 40 seconds.
Yeah,
that was the only thing. Jimmy and Jay, they were there.
Yeah.
But yes, the whole Yeet thing, I'm just like, I get it. The crowd, because
that was the only negative I have for the men's War Games.
Yeah. But other than that, I thought, Logan was fine. Also it's like,
that match had sucked. I would have given this show a big thumbs down. Said it was one of the worst shows of the year. It's like the men's War Games match being so good saved that show from complete media, from total media mediocrity level.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're correct. But whoever decided to hang Lash Legend out to dry as the last woman to get in that match, because the crowd doesn't know who Lash Legend is.
Right. That was
no one watches SmackDown.
like I get Rhea being out last for the baby faces because she's like the it's like because of how popular she is. But yeah, I thought it was weird that for the last one in the heels was Lash and not someone like Becky. Like when Becky came out like midway through the match, I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. I thought Becky would come out last. You know, it's like or like Nia Jax. So yeah, that was a weird choice. Like I said, it's like they played it real safe. Yeah, they had weapon stuff, but like the violence and physicality level was nowhere near what the men did, and it was like the finish was fine. You know, it's like once again AJ gets one up on Becky, and she's having another meltdown as a result. So that's going to lead to something.
How have I not? Speaking about Becky, she was the all-star of the match, by the way, by far. Like Becky, if it wasn't for Becky, that match would have even been worse.
I'm tired of the. Yeah, no, yeah. Both the Braun Browns got to shine in this, and they're good. And it's like their push to the top continues, especially Braun Breaker, because we'll
get to him. We're not going to talk about it until we get to Raw. We're not going to talk about it.
So, and this leads to like what I was alluding to with like too much hardcore shit. AEW, they really need to get, as much as I enjoy War Games, if it's done right, like the men's, they really need to give War Games a break. It's like it's turning into a Hell in the Cell situation here, right? Doing it every year.
It's a brand now. That's the problem. They're selling War Games. They're not selling Survivor Series. They're selling War Games to cities.
So if you're going to do War Games, make sure you have feuds that
I agree
that belong to War Games. Like the stuff those outside of the only feuds in relation to the women that made sense for like a War Game situation was what's been going on between Io and Rhea against the Kabuki Warriors, because of how long that's been going on and how personal that got. But the rest of the women were just thrown in there, and then like Becky and AJ, they decided to finally revisit that for the first time since WrestlePalooza with her coming back recently. So, whereas like the men's, there was all kinds of history. This has been building for quite a while, and so that felt like it deserved to be War Games, and they delivered excellent War Games match as a result.
Yes. But I didn't like people. I was waiting for some angle at the end. And then you're teasing us with Cody Roman again. I'm like, it's too soon. It's too soon with Rody Coleman. Rody Coleman. Yeah, Rody Coleman. Rody Coleman, guys. That's what they got me saying. Rody Coleman.
We don't need Cody Roman 3 at Mania 42. It's like we don't need to go down that road again.
It's too early. I would love it. That's a feud I'd love. But it's too early.
Yeah, it is. There's so many other better title match combinations you can do for this upcoming Mania. So it's like, I really hope that that's not what they're going to do, because that's just too boring and safe again.
The Seth Rollins, man, they were really strapping everything on Seth Rollins. It's like now it sucks for Seth going out. The upside is, number one, it's allowed Braun Breaker's elevation to accelerate. Adding Logan Paul to the Vision, thumbs up. Drew McIntyre getting added into the War Games and the feud of Cody, also thumbs up. So, but yeah, no, this was a mid Games to me. This was very mid. I know in our chat you and Jason were like, it's a good show, and I'm like, no, it wasn't good. And the 4-minute ad breaks between matches was terrible.
I felt that at the time because of how good the men's War Games match was, but thinking back over the overall show, it was definitely still a mediocre show.
It was like a C-.
It was a C+ at best. It would have been like a C-, almost a D+ if it wasn't for how good the men's War Games match was.
And the Cena Dominic stuff was
Cena Dominic stuff was great.
It was great. I just wish the crowd would have popped a little bit more for Liv.
It was really weird. I thought they would pop bigger for her.
Her being added to the WrestleMania thing that was played. The vignette.
Plus only 4 matches is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's stupid. I know the War Games.
The time between the end of the Stephanie Nikki Bella title match to the men's War Games was almost half an hour.
Yeah, it's just
That's
all the ad
ridiculous.
all the ad breaks is the ads that WWE does. I get it. That's how you sell.
And then
shit.
also, ESPN has a hand in that as well. It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah, it's just
so yeah. I mean,
I just
the more after I thought about it, like I said, it's like my initial thought was like I was satisfied because of the men's War Games match, but I still love that match, but the overall show was definitely overall very mediocre.
the last thing, at least the change up for War Games, no cages. And at first I was like,
I did like that.
No, I was like, that's weird. Actually, and then I was like, you know what? That the cages were hokey anyway. And you know why they didn't do it? It's because Brock Lesnar was in it. And a lot Brez was like, that's stupid. I'm not going to get in the cage.
And plus, it was more exciting for the crowd to go with the countdown, wondering which member or which team was going to come out next. That had some fun to it.
Also, the other thing that sucks about the War Games stip is
War Games should not be rushed.
Right, and it should, and like they have to do it every year, so they have to rush into it. That's why it worked for NXT, because you were always building up to it.
They spent more time building up to the War Games. It's like you need to do that in the future instead of just waiting until like a month or two before to like, okay, now we're going to build to the War Games. Like, no, it's like it makes sense if you build toward it starting from from WrestleMania. It's like, come on, man.
Which is why the Black and Gold era is arguably the second best era since Attitude. I mean the Attitude era to me. Like the Black and Gold is just that good, but. I know. Screw Brock, but he was fun in the match. Everything aside, it stinks, but I have to call a spade a spade. All right, let's get to Raw. This thing was good.
This was much better.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky came out to the ring to open the show. They said despite winning War Games, they're not done with Asuka and Kairi Sane yet. The next step is their revenge starts by taking the women's tag team titles from Kabuki Warrior. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss came out and said, with respect, they haven't gotten their rematch for the tag titles yet. Ripley said that she respects them, but respectfully, they couldn't beat the Kabuki Warriors, so they should get to the back of the line. Flair said that Ripley knows that she doesn't step aside for anyone. Alexa suggested a match between the two teams to see who gets the championship first. The fans chanted yes for that. Io said, you are on. Adam Pearce later made it official for the main event. Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker approached Adam Pearce backstage. Heyman claimed he had no idea who was under attack, under the mask at Survivor Series. Heyman pointed out that Braun pinned your world champion CM Punk, so they had a lot to talk about. They went into Pearce's office to talk. LA Knight defeated Jey Uso in the last time is now tournament semifinal match. After the match, Jey had a meltdown. They tossed the ring steps and the prime cart all over in frustration before heading backstage. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria were back. We're talking to Raw GM Adam Pearce, wanting a title shot at the women's tag titles too. He said they will be in consideration after the main event match happens. Asuka and Kairi Sane showed up to taunt them, and Asuka dissed Bayley. Dominic Mysterio in the Judgment Day without Liv Morgan came out to celebrate Dom winning the IC title again. He then introduced Liv Morgan. Liv said she knows you guys didn't see her coming, and neither did John Cena. Dom said that they knew Cena would figure out the Judgment Day's plan, but once that failed, they planned the ace up their sleeve. Liv said that she heard that Judgment Day is weak, and if it has fallen apart while she has been gone. Liv said all of that changes because she is back. Liv said the Judgment Day is back, and they're coming for everything that is theirs. Liv said that as of right now, they run Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeated the New Day to retain the World Tag Team Championships. We'll get to that finish here in a second. The Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, was interviewed by Jackie Redmond. Vaquer said she showed what happens when somebody betrays her. Liv Morgan walked in to tell Vaquer she's back and congratulations. The Vision came out to the ring to cut a promo. Logan Paul now officially part of the group. Heyman thanked Brock and Drew for their help winning War Games. He thanked Paul, saying he fits in perfectly with the Vision. Heyman also announced that on the first Raw of 2026, on January 5th from Brooklyn, New York, CM Punk will defend the World Heavyweight title against Braun Breaker, and he will lose. Braun then took the mic and cut a fantastic promo, ripping it to CM Punk, saying it's nothing but a soft-ass bitch. He mocked Seth Rollins as well, sitting at home injured. Braun said that he's going to ruin Punk's life. He's going to come for his career. And he's going to come for every good memory that people remember. Braun said that he's coming for it all, and on January 5th, Punk is going to realize that he isn't even close to being the best in the world. Gunther defeated Solo Sikoa in the last time is now tournament semifinal match to face LA Knight in the finals on SmackDown this week. LA Knight came out to have words with Gunther. Rey Mysterio interview about Jackie Redmond. Rey said that the main issue is his bastard son, Dominic. He has no problem going through the Judgment Day. Logan Paul interrupted to have words with him. That led to Rey slapping Logan in the face, and they brawled. Referees and WWE officials showed up to break it up. In the main event, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley to become the number one contenders for the World Women's Tag Team Championships ended in no contest when the Kabuki Warriors came out and attacked both teams and laid them out. Bayley and Lyra came out to make the save. As they fought Asuka and Kairi Sane, suddenly the Judgment Day appear and Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne laid everyone out. They picked up the title belts. Roxanne went to give one to Liv, but she said no, keep it, and she raised Roxanne and Raquel's arms as they stood tall, holding the belts over their other fallen teams. Liv said, "We're back," into the camera as Raw came to a close. I just you can just tell that the War Games was a pit stop to what they were wanting to do. But War Games needed to be there so Liv can come back.
Yes.
That's the only storylines that you really got. I know you can sit there and say the tag team stuff with the women. You can kind of say that, but you could do that anyway without the War Games.
Right.
But the Judgment Day stuff, you needed that War Games. You needed John Cena in order to make the Judgment Day what they were on this show, which was awesome. And Justin, are we getting a women's TLC?
We might. There's a lot of teams that are fighting over the titles right now, and it's like now you got Judgment Day's back in the mix as well. And they laid everybody out. The three the Terror Trio there, which is very interesting. And I'm liking now. I know some people, and I was like, let's be really nice to Roxanne right now. That's kind of interesting. And then we had the little introduction there that I made sure to point out where she went to because remember, in case people forgot, when Liv went out injured, she was one half of the tag champs with Raquel, and Roxanne stepped in to take her place with the title belt. So Roxanne giving it back to her made sense because she didn't get to lose the title because it was taken from her because of the injury. And then it was interesting where it was like, no, you know, it's good. You hold it. And then she was raising both their arms and, it's like all three of them are standing tall. It's like, this is really interesting. It's like, they're definitely, I think this is part of a little bit of a thing here. It's like, they want everyone to think everything's okay in the Judgment Day. And then we're going to start to see probably the next couple weeks. Maybe not so much because right now, Liv is acting like, "Hey, everything's fine. We're cool. Everything's good. Yeah, right."
Don't overbook it, Justin. I like where they're going with this.
Yeah.
But that was the cleanest pop rocks I've seen in a while. The pop rocks that she had on Bayley, that was really clean. But I'm back. Just when I thought I was out in the Judgment Day, just okay, we're just doing it. They're just fodder to, okay, I'm back in on the Judgment Day. And all is because of Liv Morgan.
Yeah, now that Liv is back, now we can really go somewhere with the storyline about what's going to happen with the Judgment Day.
Okay, I want to save the promo for last.
Yeah.
That AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, shout out to Kofi Kingston. Shout out to Jet.
Was crazy dope.
They need to turn the tag team championship on Raw like they do for the United States Championship. On SmackDown, and just line up a team, go out there because AJ Lee and Dragon Lee are just that good. So they can really bring, and there's enough tag teams. I don't care. It can be on SmackDown. It can just do a tag team open challenge. I know it's going to be like, oh, okay, we're going to get a U.S. title. But yeah, why don't we do a tag team open challenge every week on Raw and do a singles United States Championship on SmackDown. So at least you have something different, but yet it's still something to look forward to when you have good workers like this. And also, AJ, please don't retire.
Yeah.
But that was so
not
clean.
Yet. Thankfully not
that
yet.
Was so clean.
The timing of that was just insane. Well, it's like, when I watched it live, I was like, wait, what? You saw the crowd went nuts when they pulled that off. And only someone like Kofi Kingston could be able to make sure to get the spring off the ropes so AJ could catch him that perfectly into the Styles Clash. And that was just absolutely fantastic finish. And the match was really good too. So, it definitely seems like they're doing like basically kind of like almost like an open challenge because it just like we're going to fight everybody, and so and their next week it's going to be the War Raiders are going to get the next shot. So I'm liking that. Yeah, this was overall. I would say it's a great show. It was a good show. Definitely needed that after how mediocre Survivor Series was. The main event was great until the finish. Really like the stuff between the ladies there.
I was a little worried that Rhea hurt herself when she tried to do, and then she fell back.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think she just lost her balance there. Yeah, they thankfully didn't get hurt.
Yeah, because I was like worried of her knee buckling or something like that. The Gunther's was that the best match that Los Sikoa's had in a while?
Yes, I was surprised how much how damn good that match was. And credit to them because both being heels, the crowd actually got into it, even though they're both heels.
I just liked that when the back was turned and Gunther looked and he goes, screw it, I'll just kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's like, he's like, nah, I'm going to take care of big man here. I'm just going to kick him in the nards while the ref isn't looking.
Yeah. But no, I just, that was, that's the reason he's probably going like LA Knight and John Cena. Okay. But Gunther, John Cena,
that's my only complaint is that despite some of the banger matches that Gunther's been able to have with people in this tournament has been very lackluster and predictable. It's like, but thankfully, thanks to Gunther, some matches have been banger. So it's like,
okay, I'm just prolonging because I know we're gonna just talk about this Braun Breaker promo for a while.
I forgot I didn't conclude, but some other little bits I thought was nice. I like the little trading video montage where Natty Neidhart is toughening up Maxine to prepare for her first title defense, which is going to be against Ivy Nile. And that's fine. Let her take care of Ivy, and then let's have the Prodigy come for her and next, please. But Roxanne's going to be busy. I mean, like it's like she's made clear she wants a women's IC title, and her and Raquel, it looks like they're going to go for the tag titles again. Because the other thing I loved is that Liv introduced herself to Stephanie McCurry and made it clear, I'm coming for you. So I'm like, Stephanie, Liv feud? Yes, fucking please. That's the feud that Stephanie really needs to help breathe some much needed life into her title reign right now. It's like Liv is a heel that will be able to bring heat and good matches for her. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. I am for sure. But yeah, the training montage, the only thing that I would say is like that happens and then and then Maxine comes like, hey, Maxine, like you're supposed to be like this. I know what they're doing and I like
right now. It looks like Liv's plan is like that. They want all the women's gold. They want the tag titles and the world title, which makes sense.
Yep. No. And as long as Roxanne's involved, I'm cool.
Nope, Roxanne got to look good. It was even though she didn't get to wrestle much, she got to mess with Cena, and she's part of a big angle here concerning the women's tag titles and a lot of teams. So,
okay, I guess the last thing I want to talk about, the one thing I want to bring up, I liked how we're gonna do like a mini Roman with Jay going heel, and then no, guys, hold on for a second. We gotta do War Games first. Okay, now we can keep going with it now.
But I'm wondering where this is going to go. It's like, because I don't mind that he's like frustrated. It just depends on where this goes. So,
that was the worst spear I've ever seen. By the way,
yeah,
it was just not good.
Now, let's talk about that Braun Breaker promo. Oh my god,
recency bias promo of the year as far as WWE is concerned.
I think it's definitely one of the best promos of the
top 5. I mean, it just, you can tell that was so Scott Steiner.
Oh yeah, he was channeling his uncle,
and it's what we've been missing. I was like, I've been missing this type of promo. Yeah, of just pacing a ring. I'm a badass.
It's like he was all fired up, and like he had the energy. And he had some great lines like calling Punk a soft ass bitch, mocking Seth being injured at home, and saying that your wife is now more popular in Facebook.
I know that's been beaten to death, but at least it used to say that about Punk he finally said it about Seth, and so him being narcissistic and holding everybody down, even though his wife is the better one than she is, and the la-di-da, consider it cut.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, that reference to the backstage interaction, and then he threw the mic down, but it bounced into the air, and somehow Logan Paul called it and just went, "Damn!" It was like the perfect punctuation.
Because when he said, because I showed the video, our links down below in our Discord, it's over there for free. Because I posted, I was like, oh, because I didn't realize that. Why did Logan Paul pick up the mic and say "damn"? I thought that was like,
he didn't caught it.
But he caught it. I was like, oh, okay. The mic wanted him to say "damn."
Yeah.
Because even like if you watch the video, Paul Heyman's like, oh, he caught it. Look at that. And Paul Heyman's sitting there on the ropes like a proud papa, just like, look. I told you guys he's good.
So,
told you.
As much as I love CM Punk, Braun Breaker needs to win the title on January 5th.
Yeah, remember when they're saying they need to hold back Braun because they all the fans are going to cheer for him? It's like, you can't hold back greatness.
No, he's over. It's like, you heard the fans were into everything he was saying, and it's like the fans are barking every time. It's like, even though he's a heel, it's like they're into Braun. He's over. It's like, put the belt on the fucking man. Like, just do it. Pull the trigger.
Yeah. And
don't be
Bronson
about it.
And Bronson's gonna easily go out there and give you.
And you can easily drag out the mystery masked man.
That's the fun part.
They can drag that out until January 5th. He can help Braun beat Punk for the title, and then can unmask and it's like and reveal this newest member of the Vision.
Yeah. The only thing, I just wish his voice didn't crack at the end of it. That's the only thing.
It was just so awesome.
It was so good. It was so good.
This is why it's like we've been. Other people have been talking about like Braun Breaker is the future for the last few years. It's like after that promo, how can you not envision him as being the top star in the next couple of years for this company? It's like he just fucking killed it. It's like, and he's so fucking good in the ring. Like, I forgot to mention that, like, Frankensteiner hit on Cody in the cage was so fucking smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like
he's a genetic freak.
He is. He's just like he inherited the genetic freakness from his Uncle Scott.
The best spear on the roster.
Yep.
Oh, just that. I've watched that promo. Unfortunately, way too much that I'd like to admit.
Like, chef's kiss.
We as wrestling fans, we've been missing something like that because we go out there and be like, because people are going to troll and just be like, oh, I didn't think it was that good. Okay, you want CM Punk to go out there and just be and kind of mail it in that he's been doing. You want Seth Rollins to go out there and say, I'm a Vision every 4 seconds and says nothing for 15 minutes. Do you want Cody to go out there and say, what do you want to talk about? And then try and get something out of nothing. I'm just trying to figure out. The only person that cuts a promo week in, week out that's really good is Becky Lynch. That's the only person that is cutting a solid
killing
promo.
It with her heel character right now, especially with these meltdowns. It's like,
because was it the best promo I've ever heard cut? No. Does it hold a candle to the pipe bomb? Does it hold a candle even to his uncles? Even though it's like, it's hilarious, but it's genius in how he delivered it. And just you can't recreate the Steiner math thing. You're not going to do. It's not Hard Times. It's not it's not there. Like, but it's not Austin 316.
It doesn't need to be. It did its job.
It did exactly what it needed to do. It created a star,
right? And the fans loved every minute of it. You could tell.
Yeah. It created a star. Like, when did you know Braun Breaker was the guy? That promo, and if you didn't know before, you should. You can't deny it after that promo he cut on Raw. Yeah, and when they finally turned Roman, it's like when they finally turned Roman heel, and you're like, that's why Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns. You finally was like, why were you been holding this dude back? Why have you been holding him back? Because we knew what he was in the ring, and people were like, oh, it's the best promo he's cut since NXT. I was like, no, it's the best promo he's cut in his career. It's the best promo anyone's cut in a while as far as making a star. And honestly, though, wait till Oba Femi gets on the main roster and watch the promos he cuts. Because that's the thing is what Braun did was a star-making promo.
Yeah.
And it's that old school style, pace back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
screaming type stuff, which is corny to some people, but it's when it's very rare that it happens anymore. It's fine. Obviously, I'm not mentioning John Cena's.
Sorry. I also want to mention, I love how he took the near botch of the Doomsday device and put into the promo saying about how saying that Punk and Cody tried to take him out, and so now he was going to destroy Punk as a result. Yeah. It's like, I thought that was fucking brilliant.
I love the line of which I know he's scripted, but he delivered it like it was him coming off the top. That's the thing too.
It didn't feel scripted either. It's like, that's what I loved about it. I also loved that like look at me, like it's like kill the camera, like look at, zoom in on me, damn it. Like,
he felt he cut this a type of promo where he doesn't know anyone's even watching him. The only person he cares about is letting CM Punk know that. That they call it a promo because it promotes a match. And by God, do I want to watch that January 5th match?
Yeah. Now that's going to be must see that title match.
As Heyman says about Dusty, and I've said on the show many times, and I'll say it again. Where's the money? That made a lot of money. And that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
So, hey, Caden. Welcome in.
Caden.
We've already talked about Roxanne. Please give your thoughts on of what Judgment Day and Liv, and then also, where do you stack Braun Breaker's promo? And a GIF, I know you're still hanging around, or anyone else is hanging around. Where do you stack Braun Breaker's promo as far as this year? And
definitely one of the promo, definitely top 5 of the year. No doubt.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously, like the reason I haven't brought up John Cena's promos throughout the year, for one, his heel work sucked. Other than you can't handle the truth. I thought that little promo was really cool. But Cena's just him and Punk are just
him doing his own version of the pipe bomb on Punk is payback for the original pipe bomb. I thought was probably the best thing he did as a heel.
Yeah, but it's Punk. It's because it's Punk, and if they let Punk just be Punk, like he was in AEW, like those battle of words with Eddie Kingston and MJF
and
stuff.
Can, like the promo he cut ripping into the Rock after Elimination Chamber. Mocking the Rock. That was fucking. That's the shit I love from CM Punk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Top 10 favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's hope that Triple H doesn't muck it up.
Speaking about like Braun's promo was like I felt it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like it's like you show it to someone, they're probably gonna think it's corny or something, but like. There's like, why do you like wrestling? I'm like this. You can judge me on all you want, but it's stuff like that keeps me tuning in every week because you get those magical moments, and that promo will be shown for years to come. So
that was definitely the highlight of overall a good Raw.
It was definitely a really good. Now I know
needed a good, a much needed bounce back from the mediocrity of Survivor Series.
Yeah. Liv's, like, if you want to know why we really like Braun's promo, it's because it came across genuine, even if it was scripted. But look at Liv's. Like, Liv was fine, but you can tell there's a difference between like a scripted, delivered, did what he needed to do promo and what Braun did.
Yep.
And Liv did exactly what she needed to do. And she was great throughout the show. And you realize, like, even when she came back and the way they highlighted her on this show was like, no, Liv is a star.
Yeah. And plus, it's like her getting right into stuff to say something like, yes, let's go.
Yes. Liv is a professional star.
This is why she's been missed. So it's really...
Yes, for
sure. And
sure.
once again, it's like Raw's even more loaded on the women's side compared to SmackDown, which is why they need to call up some more people from NXT real soon, because like SmackDown needs reinforcements badly. It's like especially in the women's division, it's like it's not even close.
Yeah, but I am glad they're dragging out. Again, I know we already talked about, but I am so glad they're dragging out this Masked Man stuff or Batman, as Braun Breaker said.
Right. I'm glad they didn't reveal. I thought they were going to reveal it right away. I was like, okay, no, they're going to slow cook the reveal of who the Masked Man was.
And the thing is you can kind of swerve it and be like, yes, it looked like Austin Theory, but
it may not end up being Austin Theory. It's
no, and you can easily just sit there and say like, Obviously people are throwing out Chris Jericho's name because Chris Jericho's contract will be up and he could show up on January 5th.
That would be weird if it was a Chris
Jericho. It'd be dumb.
That wouldn't make no sense to me.
But Chris Jericho will be in a WWE. The next time you'll see Chris Jericho is going to be in a WWE ring.
Most likely.
I don't think it's a hot take. I think that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler on that, which, that's where I want him to end his career anyway.
Yeah.
Because what else is going to do in AEW? Other than just make us roll our eyes.
Right.
And I don't want that for one of my goats.
No.
So.
Same.
All right. Speaking about AEW, let's go over that show real quick. Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston opened the show with a promo face-off to hype their AEW title match next week on Dynamite. Winner is coming. Okada defeated Pac in a Continental Classic Gold League match. Kyle Fletcher defeated Kevin Knight in a Continental Classic Gold League match. Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, defeated Marina Shafir and Mega Bane in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament semifinal hardcore holiday death match. Jesus Christ, can we come up with shorter names? They will face the Babes of Wrath, Willow and Harley, in the finals, which I think will be fun. The Ops defeated Dark Order. Hey, they still around. In a 6-man tag team match. After the match, Hangman Adam Page attacked the Ops with a chain. Page beat up Shibata and Hobbs while Hook ran away. Page tried a buckshot lariat, but security stopped that. Page beat up the security guys. And in the main event, Claudio Castagnoli defeated Jon Moxley in a Continental Classic Blue League match. And that match told so much story. So much story. Moxie bled again, we don't care. But even on commentary, the commentary from Bryan Danielson
exactly
was really driving. So this is the best story-driven match I've seen AEW do on a regular Dynamite in quite some time.
Yeah.
That being said, Tony Khan, quit bringing back titles.
Yeah. So much of the show was boring. Thankfully a lot of the matches were solid. I did not, as much as I loved the women involved in that tag match, that hardcore match was just completely unnecessary. Because I was like, Tony and Mina are going to go to the finals. It's like unless they want to throw some giant swerve. Now, thankfully, it's going to be very interesting. We got two very popular babyface teams here in the finals, so I'll be happy with whoever ends up with the titles out of the ladies who are left. So hopefully they'll be able to deliver a good match to crown the first women's tag team champions for AEW. So we got the stuff with the Callis family still going on. I did like the way that Mercedes was acting around Renee, definitely kind of foreshadowing that, she's right on the edge of the crash out. It's so the right way to do this is that she loses the TV title to Red Velvet on Friday for the ROH show. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. Now, thankfully, it's I just felt like the blood was completely unnecessary. Otherwise, I really enjoyed the Claudio Moxley match. It's just God damn it, Moxley, can you resist not fucking bleeding for the love of God?
No.
It's
that's the only thing I'm but just the story in that match.
God bless Renee for being able to put up with that behavior from him. God bless her.
The Eddie Kingston Samoa Joe.
That was good. I really liked that.
I'm saying just I'm shaking my head in enjoyment of just how just easy it is for these two guys.
Yeah. Now, of course, Eddie has no chance of being for the title, but I do enjoy the fact that it's playing off what's going on. Now, I did watch some of the interview that Hook did with Alicia Tout, and he basically was like, it was everything that happened with him befriending Eddie and stuff. It was all ploy. It was to think that he and Hangman were cool, earned his trust, and then stab the knife in at the right moment to help Joe win the title. So it was a long-term con,
which is fine with me.
That's fine.
I will say this about AEW, and we say this all the time, that AEW puts on good matches and their storytelling is kind of meh. But man, when you're looking at the Last Time Is Now tournament compared to the Continental Classic or any tournament that AEW, they know how to do tournaments.
Yes.
They know how to do it because
Although it's a bit much that they're having 2 tournaments going on at the same fucking time.
well, yeah, like I said, that's the convoluted stuff. That's just what they are. But as far as the tournaments themselves, it's not as predictable as when WWE puts on tournaments.
Yeah.
And the Continental Classic is still one of the best, just pure graps. You like good graps? I love the Continental. Continental Classic.
Yeah, no. It's like the further the crash out stuff is just about to begin. I think it's like that's going to make things a lot more interesting for her. And so it's like I'm looking forward to that to happening. But yeah, it's like the Continental. We're able to have some really good matches coming up. Darby in the hospital. I wonder how that's going to affect the tournament. Is he going to get replaced?
I don't know. I do not know.
Although I did the other thing I did find amusing was Roddy Strong still saying that he's not part of the conglomeration, but it's like you are, Roddy, you are. And then like I love how Orange Cassidy was like, Mark's like, Orange wants stipulation for your match, Roddy, no chops.
Oh, that is funny. But yeah, I mean, it was a fine episode. But yeah, the story. I just my highlight was the storytelling. And it's just they put on good matches, man. They really do. I just wish their storytelling was not as convoluted, and Tony Khan wouldn't just introduce a title every episode. But whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about NXT.
Let's talk about some more good stuff.
Yeah. The show opened with NXT GM Ava in the ring with Women's Iron Survivor participants for Deadline on Saturday. Kendall Gray, Lola Vice, Sol Roca, Jordan Grace, and Kalani Jordan all took turns saying while they're going to win and go on to New Year's Evil to face JC Jane for the NXT Women's title. Fatal Influence came out to mock them all. Grace and Jordan got into a fight, and when the heels tried to storm the ring, the remaining babyfaces fought them off, setting up a 6-women tag for later in the show. Thea Hale with Joe Hendry defeated Ariana Grace with Channing Lorenzo. Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Miles Bourne, and Joe Hendry were in Ava's office. Mr. Stone walked in with some delivery for Ava, and she put it on her desk. Ava said whoever gets the pin against Dark State in the 8-man tag tonight gets to pick their spot in the Iron Survivor Challenge. If Dark State wins, then Dion Lennox gets to pick the guys like that. Ava dumped the box out, and it was some cut-up material. I still don't know what that was. Tavion Heights defeated Josh Briggs. The calling trio of Izzy Dame, Sean Spears, and Nico Vance went into the ring for a promo. Izzy explaining why they turned on Tatum and cost her the NXT Women's Championship. Dame claimed that Paxley was so selfish and so stubborn. Dame said it felt like everything the calling gave Paxley wasn't good enough for Paxley. Dame said that Paxley became NXT Women's Champion because Dame allowed her to. She took everything from her. Dame said that when you stand beside her, you don't get the chance to ignore her. Dame said that at Deadline, she'll face Paxley and she'll end this version of her. The video screen showed Tatum was backstage somewhere on the stools and said she was all alone. She's scared because she doesn't know what she'll become without Dame's hand on her shoulder. Paxley said at Deadline, she'll make her feel all of her pain. Sol Roca, Lola Vice, and Kendall Gray with Ren Sinclair defeated Fatal Influence in a 6-women tag team match was when Sol hit JC with the Soul Snatcher for the win. As the baby faces celebrated outside the ring, Lola pulled Sol out of the way as Zarya came in and hit a spear on Kendall Gray. Her and Ruka had words as Vice kept them separated as Ren checked on Kendall. Dark State was backstage with Dion Lennox saying he was going for singles gold, so he wanted to hand one of them an NXT tag team title. Lennox gave it to Saquon Shrugs. Is it Saquon or Saquon? Sugars. Saquon Sugars. Obafemi walked up to them. Lennox talked tough to Femi, saying he hopes he gets Femi at New Year's Evil. Lennox said he hopes to take the title and knock his teeth down his throat. Oba told Lennox not to get ahead of himself. Lennox said they'll give him a peek at what his future holds. Out of the Mud defeated Chase U. Ava caught Ethan Page in the parking lot trying to leave. She said he hasn't defended the North American title in a while, and real he will defend the title against Mr. Iguana from AAA at Deadline. Iguana appeared out of nowhere, freaking Ethan out, and then he stole Ethan's car and drove off. In the main event, Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, and Miles Bourne defeated Dark State in an 8-man tag team match, with Miles getting the pin and earning the right to choose when he entered the Iron Survivor match. The show ended with Ava having Ricky Saints and Oba Femi the back signing the contract for the NXT title match at Deadline. They exchanged words, and Ava said their match would open the show. Ricky said perfect, and Ava wished them good luck to close out the show. Yeah, I mean, it's the most consistent show week to week.
It's much more consistent than any of the other shows, even Raw. Yeah, it's like totally agree with you, Kaden, on that. It's I think Deadline is shaping up to be a much better show than Survivor Series, because the Iron Survivor matches usually deliver, and the 2 lineups we have for this
it's
year,
a better stip, honestly.
Yeah. And it's a really cool stip that gimmick match that's really grown on me. Like the ones last year were fantastic, especially the women's one where you had Stephanie, Julia, Ren Sinclair, Sol Rucka, and Zarya was excellent. And this year we've got a fantastic lineup for both the men's and the women's Iron Survivor matches, especially the women. I think the women went stacked.
Just wish Jada Parker was a part of it.
Yeah, we'll get to more of the predictions. It's like it's like I could see either one of them winning that. We'll go over the show as far as like who I think might win on Saturday night. But I like the opening. We're getting the ladies all take a chance and talk and stuff. That was all good. I need to say that I regret not paying more attention to Evolve, because
Kendall Gray is ridiculous.
Fucking awesome.
I was getting ready to say, like, Justin, I think the stand on this show had a standout, and I think we're on the same page, and it's Kendall Gray.
Yeah. Kendall Gray's stock is like rising like at a ridiculous rate, and I see why she's being featured more on NXT, even though she's the Evolve Women's Champion. She is fantastic in the ring. She moves. The way that she moves around the ring and does moves is like the smoothness and crispness of like Stephanie Vicker.
It's Stephanie. No, I haven't seen someone move that's a woman.
Like the spot where she like slides. She's outside the ring. She slides under a person's legs and then like does like the leg sweep with her hands, and then does like the running like drop kick. That's just fantastic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's got charisma. The fans definitely are into her, and she's just really good in the ring. It's like just needs to work on like a little more promo. Like the interactions with the stuff she does with Ren Sinclair definitely helps add to like her character personality. That's a good thing. So it's like just keep giving her more promo work, and it's like I think it's only a matter of time before she's moved off of Evolve and into NXT proper. And I'll say this, and I'm not afraid to make this kind of prediction. She's going to be NXT Women's Champion next year.
I don't think it's a hot take at all. If you just took Ren Sinclair's mic skills and Kendall like in ring and just put them together, you'd have the next of the next.
Yeah, like she's got some great moveset. And like her finisher is really cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, she got to look fantastic in that 6-woman match. Very interesting that Sol Rucka got pinned JC. It's like kind of like a tease. But because of the Zarya factor, I don't think Sol's going to win again this year.
No. And speaking about that, that's a good segue into after it went off the air. This appeared on the internets.
That's right! Walk away! Like she always does! She never has my back, but I always have hers! And I'm the bad guy! Yeah, I'm the bad guy!
There you go.
Baby. It's like, come on, baby, just need that last little bit.
I mean, it's ever since the Sean and Marty separated, everyone always goes, okay, this is a tag team. When are they going to separate? And then you had the Hardys, and then you had the Dudleys separating, like, nah, they're better together. And then you had the Hardys separating, like, nah, They're better together, even though obviously Matt and Jeff are good.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's just fun. It's nice to see Zarya having more personality.
Yes, and that was the whole point of this last year, because ironically their pairing started after they fought each other in the Iron Survivor match at Deadline last year. It was after that they paired them together and they started teaming together and they had a whole friendship formed. So this has been a long-term story for the last year, building up to this split, and it's being done great. And you understand where Zarya's coming from, like it's like, so, and I love that they left it like wondering, like, was she trying to aim for Sol Ruca? I think she was trying to spear Sol, because Lola saw her coming and pulled Sol Ruca out of the way, and she ended up spearing Kendall Gray instead.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and watched it. It's like Lola, like, you see, if you pay attention, you see Lola look over and go, "Oh shit!" and she pulls Sol Ruca out of the way as Zarya comes in for the spear. So I think she was looking to spear Sol Ruca out of her shoes. So since there is no DQ or count out in Iron Survivor match, don't be surprised if Zarya makes sure Sol Ruca does not win the Iron Survivor match on Saturday.
Sol Ruca is the baby face.
Yep.
Right now. I want it to be Jada Parker. I want it to be Lola Vice, but I can't deny what I see in Sol Ruca. She has the coolest finisher.
Yeah.
She's solid in the ring. She's got the charisma, personality. She's got everything you want. So does Lola.
As much as
so does Jada.
Yeah. As much as I'd like her to see her that win the NXT Women's Championship, or she gets called up, the Zarya thing tells me she is not winning this and getting the title shot.
No. But the best heel on the roster isn't even in the women's tag, the world title picture.
No,
which is Blake Monroe.
Blake.
Yeah. And the best heel on the roster has the North American.
Yeah.
and Ethan Page. He can do no wrong. That
Two
dude
of the
can
best
do
heels
no wrong.
are the men's and women's North American champions on NXT.
Yes. Yeah. And Ethan and Blake can just, Blake should honestly, like, you don't really need, Blake doesn't need NXT. NXT needs Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like HBK is going to hold her onto her as long as possible, just like he did with Stephanie.
Because SmackDown needs Blake so much. But, Tiffy, the thing is with Tiffy and Blake, it's like the Spider-Man meme in a sense, even though Blake is not as athletic, nearly can hold a candle to what Tiffy can do in the ring. But
her promo
and character work are way more than what Tiffy can do.
Yeah. So, yeah, all the women's stuff I thought was great. I just think it's cute. The new opening to Thea Stay, where Joe Hendry is like, "I believe in Thea Hale."
I'm still pissed. I'm still so pissed as a Joe Hendry homer that and a big Thea Hill supporter that I didn't see this before it happened.
Right. It just works.
It works so well.
It's helping Thea get over by being associated with Joe Hendry because of how popular he is. So I think that's a great thing for her. Hopefully it means good things going into 2026 for Thea Hill, that she'll finally get a singles title at some point.
Javon Evans and Leon Slater are inevitable.
Yeah.
Whatever inevitable means, they're inevitable.
We're building toward the rematch between those two. And that's definitely especially with them both being in the Iron Survivor match.
If you ever have an X division in WWE, those two guys are going to make sure you have one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with the Zarya about to go full heel on her. Yeah, it's like Zarya's going to make sure she's not going to get that title shot as payback. Yeah. It's like, so she's definitely going to play a role in the Iron Survivor match for sure. I guess NXT operates under the old Freebird rules because Dion Link was like, "Okay, no, I'm going into singles competition here. You hold on to their half of the tag titles, buddy."
So that exchange between Dion Lennox
and Oba,
Oba, you can tell the difference between a guy that's in NXT and a main roster that's still on NXT. Because Dion's lines were so forced and it came across unnatural, and Obo's just like,
yeah. he's solid in the ring, but yeah, he's definitely got to work on his promo work. Definitely, he's got to.
I mean, all of Dark State's got to work on that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do with those guys. So
that's why they're in NXT. I know they're put on the better. They put on the most consistent shows, but you can also tell they're green compared to main.
Yeah, you can tell who still needs work.
Yeah, Oba doesn't. Ricky doesn't. Blake really doesn't. Soul kind of does, maybe.
Yeah, and if you weren't sure that Ricky was going to beat Oba again, they're the opening match. So,
yeah. No, Oba is going to the main roster.
Oba's going to put Ricky over one more time. He's about to head to the main roster here real soon, and we might see the return of a Tony D'Angelo because of the whole bridge thing. And I think that package to Ava may end up tying to it as well, maybe.
I still don't know what that cut up stuff was.
No, that was the only thing I was kind of like, well, what's that supposed to mean? And then like Caden sent me the thing and I didn't notice it was the image of the bridge behind Ava during the face off. I was just like, oh, and I was thinking bridge, Tony D'Angelo, his favorite places. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. One thing I will say, JC Jane.
Mm-hmm.
She is such a tweener of like she can carry a division as a heel, but if you put her on the main roster, she's going to get lost in the shuffle so quickly.
That's why
because she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything that like, oh, I can see where this could still keep going.
She's gotten to the point for me where I consider her good, not great.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to send her to the main roster, you got to send all Fatal Influence. Send them as a faction.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll work.
Agreed. Even though I think Fallon could survive.
Like, but she's really gotten. I really like her promo work now. It's good.
Oh, her promo work this week was really good.
Yeah,
but there's nothing like Roca. I can see it. Jada Parker, I can see it. Even Lola Vice, I can see it. Kendall Gray, obviously, if she gets going, I can see it.
Kendall Gray's quickly heading there.
It's just I like. It's the same thing I talk about with Josh Briggs. I'm like, I got to call what I see. And I just don't, he's fine. Same thing with JC. Like she's fine, but she doesn't have that next gear that you want on a main roster.
No,
not yet. And I hope so. Cause it's not like she's like mailing it in or she's just, she doesn't get it or anything like that. It's just, she is what she is. And I hope she can get better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Having all of Fatal Influence go to SmackDown together would be a great thing.
Yes.
It's like it would spice things up over there. It is sorely needed.
Yeah. It was like the Iconics when they went to the main roster.
I think they just want to hold off maybe because Lenny's the only one who needs more work because like JC and Fallon already. Fallon's been more than ready.
Fallon, that's what I'm saying. Like Fallon, I can see her surviving on her own or pairing up with someone else or something.
Hey, Brennan, nice to see you.
Hey, Brennan, hello there. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You don't know.
No, yeah. It's like 4 camera grabs.
And Blair Davenport.
Yeah, they got
on that. Okay. Last little thing, Izzy and Tatum.
I'm fine with the grudge match. That's cool. I was expecting that to happen at some point soon. They're definitely getting out of the mud. They want to get them in position to be a serious tag title contender. So at least they're giving them promo time and stuff and giving them stuff to do. So it's like, I think they're a good tag team. It's just like, I just haven't warmed them enough. They're warming up enough to them yet. But like the trials and tribulations of the new Chase U continue. Where poor Andrew Chase is like, all right, let me talk to these guys.
I just like Chase U is like Chase is just like, I'm just so glad I have a job still.
Right. Yeah, no, like the Izzy Tatum stuff is good.
I can realize why Tatum is still hanging around. I'll put it that way. I wish Chemical X was still a thing because I still thought that could work and they just never gave him a shot. And I don't know if it's because of they were paying. Something happened with Gigi that they're not saying.
Yeah,
it has to have been.
Yeah, this promo work from Izzy is definitely like, okay, you're definitely. It's like that's a good thing.
Well, her boyfriend's definitely cutting some damn good promos.
Izzy Dame is good in the ring. She is. It's like so the promo work is definitely helping her in this regard, especially this feud with Tatum now. I was bummed that Tavion didn't get picked for Iron Survivor.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the feud with Josh Briggs. Hopefully he's going to get the payback after losing this week. So it's good for both guys. So,
yeah.
Sure. But I understand why they went with Miles, because I think with who he is and his personality, I think he's just a little bit ahead of Tavion in that department. So that's why I say why they plugged him into Iron Survivor instead of both of them. Plus the rest of the star power, and it's like it made total sense. And so, this was a solid, good go home show. I liked the last little bit between Oba and Ricky. It's like that's all good stuff. Yeah, it's like we'll see if the bridge thing is what we think is going to lead to. We'll find out on deadline if anything happens. Because it's like Oba. It's like once we get to the Rumble, Oba's going to debut in the Rumble, and he's going to wreck shop.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about deadline,
let's go over deadline here real quick. So we've got 5 matches. We got both Iron Survivor matches and 3 other matches. So the opening match is the NXT title match, the rematch between Ricky Saints and Oba Femi.
We expect Ricky to. Yeah,
Ricky's got this. He's not good. Oba's about ready to go to the main roster. This is going to help get Ricky put more over. So now whether we'll see the return of a Tony D'Angelo, we'll find out.
Yep, we'll find out.
But hopefully it will be as good, if not better, than their last match. We've got Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame.
I don't know.
This one's, yeah.
You would think Tatum would go over, but who really needs it? It's probably Izzy.
I could see Izzy winning this, and then like some kind of stipulation match where Tatum really can get a revenge.
I think this isn't the last match they're going to have. Is what I'm thinking.
Okay, Kane's got Ricky winning. Ethan's going to beat Mr. Iguana. That'll be a fun match. He's defending the North American title, Mr. Iguana. Now, I like your picks for the Iron Survivor matches. So, the Iron Survivor matches are really interesting here. So, it's like, let's start with the women, because like the women's, this lineup for the women's is just absolutely fantastic. We got Sol Rucka, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray. I mean, dude, talk about showcasing the future of the women's division. Not
including Jada Parker.
Yeah, Jada has to be injured because she's like been completely off television.
There's some weird rumors about what's going on with her and Jey Uso, but I'm not going to talk about that.
I haven't even heard about that, and I don't think I want to know.
Nope, you don't.
It's weird. It's like hopefully Jada is okay. It's like because she's been missing for TV for some time. So I expected that she was going to be in this, but outside, that's the only negative I can say about this match is that Jada's not in. Because I mean, this lineup is fantastic. Now, Kendall's the Evolve Women's Championship. I don't think she's going to win, but she's definitely this is her chance to like shine, and show off, like to the regular NXT what she can do, which I think is great. Kalani's heel versus heel. No, Kalani's not winning. So Rucka, as we talked, if the Zarya stuff wasn't happening, I would go with Sol Rucka, but I think the Zarya factor is going to prevent her from winning. So that leaves either Lola Vice or Jordan Grace. And I think I'm getting the edge to Lola Vice because she still has unfinished business with JC from that title match that they had a few months ago. That's what I'm saying. I think we were expecting, and she's she just re-signed. They're very high on her. She just re-signed for another 5 years. So it's only a matter of time before she goes to the main roster, but I could see them giving her a run with the belt before she gets called up. What they're probably going to give her the belt, and then she's going to be the NXT Women's Champion on AAA.
So
because she's been heavily featured on AAA as part of the crossover stuff.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they're bringing like more hype to that. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but Kendall is probably going to be the winner, even though she doesn't win.
Yeah, she's going to get the most shine.
Yeah.
And Gordon Grace is going to kick ass. I think Jordan's probably going to get called up to the main rosters in the spring, and they definitely need her, especially on SmackDown. She doesn't need. I love Jordan Grace, but she doesn't need to be in NXT anymore. They got plenty of talent there. They got Blake and a bunch of other people. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to cancel each other out because they still got beef. So I think the Lola winning is the most likely outcome out of all the choices here. Yeah, which I'm fine with because Lola's great. But I think this match is going to really cook if they allow these women to go all out. So I'm looking forward to that. So then we got the men's, which is also pretty loaded. We've got Miles Bourne, Javon Evans, X Division champion Leon Slater from TNA, our boy Joe Hendry, and Deion Lennox from Dark State. This is going to be very interesting. I think Javon and Leon are going to cancel each other out.
I'm kind of agreeing with Caden here. I'm just leaning towards Miles.
I think so. Because I don't. I mean, I could see Javon Ricky eventually, but I think they want to run Leon Javon one more time, and I understand because holy shit, this is their last match was off the hook.
Yeah, and if Ricky's going to retain, they're not going to do. Joe and Thea still have more legs.
Yeah, so as much as the fans love Joe, I don't see them doing Joe versus Ricky because that's kind of like that's two big fan favorites, and it's like Dan Lennox is the heel, is the only heel in this match.
Yeah,
but I don't. It's like he's not going to have a chance against.
No one's going to buy it.
Yeah, no one's going to buy it. He's not ready for that.
Like Miles, you can buy it.
I can buy them giving Miles this shot, in that he may not win, but this will help get him even more over by having him get the title shot against Ricky at New Year's Evil. So, yeah, I can the Miles winning seems like the most likely thing, but there's going to be some crazy stuff in this match. When you got both Javon and Leon in this match, holy shit. There's going to be some crazy shit happening in this match. And, it's like the crowd's going to be hot for this, especially with Joe Hendry being in there. It's like, so overall, I'm looking forward to Deadline. We got some pretty solid lineup. If both Iron Survivor matches deliver, this show will without a doubt be better than Survivor Series.
It's not going to be hard to be better than Survivor Series, honestly.
Right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I think I really dig the Iron Survivor concept. It's cool stuff, and it'll be interesting to see a lot of the interaction stuff and see what happens. So,
yeah,
there was I don't know if you saw it. It was one of Ren's Wednesday videos that she posts every Wednesday, where she was showing footage of the Iron Survivor match from last year and like giving Kendall tips. But it turned into kind of like what not to do because
Ren's so fun.
They were writing about how Ren got hit with a soul snatcher. She got put in the penalty box. She came out of the penalty box, and as soon as she got back in the ring, she got hit with the soul snatcher, got pinned, and went right back into the penalty box.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Ren because Ren gets it.
She does.
I
like the pairing with her and Kendall Gray. I think that's a great. It's like I really like their vibe, and it's like you can see the real life friendship bleed through into like what they do.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. It's like,
yeah. He's easily the Booker of the Year.
Yeah.
Come on, PWI, do the right thing.
Really, seriously. Because like, if you give it Tony Khan or Triple H winning it would be ridiculous at this point. It's like, come on, man. I forgot to say, what'd you think of Li Young-yi winning the Knockouts title at Gold Rush last week.
I mean, I was for it.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
You need to go. Well, I mean, she put in they tried to put some main like it just didn't work. But it doesn't take away from the fact that she's been in how many she was in 2 or 3, or at least 1 or 2 Royal Rumbles. She showed up pretty well there. She's got a real good skill set. It's just that's it. She was just in ring, which works on TNA, but it really doesn't work on main roster stuff for what they were trying to do with her. So I was happy to see it. Obviously, Kalani was fine, but yeah, no, I'm happy for. I know Zia Lee is what I know. Is who I know her for as, but yeah, no, I'm happy for her because it's not like she's a solid worker that deserves her flowers. So
yeah, exactly. Happy for her that she's getting this opportunity over at TNA. And also that the title match between Kendall and Laney Reed last week, that's where I was really like, okay, Kendall Gray, yeah, it's like I see you. And in fact, because of after that and then this Tuesday, I checked out Evolve because she defended her title this week against someone on Evolve. It's like the fans like her there. So it's like she's got the potential to be something special. So it's like I am now a big Kendall Gray fan. It's like
was she ever featured on LFG?
No, she was not.
She doesn't need to.
No,
that's for sure.
I forgot the Shiloh Hill Vinties. I like Shiloh Hill from LFG. They're a little weird, but I get what they're trying to give him like a character. I just know it's just a little weird. It's not vibing with me yet. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'll see where it goes. On that, the one that who was the female that won the first LFG that was on like for 0.5 seconds and still they're still
Tyra May Steele. I think they're still working on her because
isn't she down in Evolve?
She's been doing a lot of Evolve, and so is one of the other runner-ups, the big girl, P Nasty. Okay. She's over on Evolve right now too. Skylar, who just won season 2. Oh, and Xena Sterling is also on Evolve, which is good because she's great.
Xena Sterling.
Yeah. If things work out for her, she's going to be moved over to NXT soon too. Because I thought she was one of the women on LFG that really impressed me. I was like, I agreed with Bully that Bubba Ray, that she's got one that got the most potential. Yeah.
Still not sold on Hill.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, and then Skylar, who won season 2, she had that speed match, but it was a little sloppy. So I think they're probably going to give her a little, having her work out a little bit more before they have her go back on TV again. So she looked a little nervous there. Yeah, it's like the Shallow thing is interesting. So like, which is cool. Like Shallow is he's really talented. So, and it's like Undertaker loves that boy. So, so we'll see what happens with that.
Gotcha. Well, Justin, I love talking football. I was about to say football because Dallas just pulled it to 27-30 in the fourth quarter. But I love talking wrestling. This is always fun. We're right at 2 hours. Yep. Caden, GIF, always a pleasure having you all joining in the comments. Everyone else out there, that was watching us, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, hit the doorbell, let you all know every Thursday. And unless one of us is under the weather or anything, or there's a holiday, we will be here every Thursday at 9:00. Have a good night, Caden. At 9:00 Eastern, 8:00 Central. Other shows we have our Rev Book Club tomorrow night. Me and Soul will be breaking down our book of the week, and I am going to look that up real quick because I always forget what I am quote unquote reading, but I am listening to it on audiobook. We are not audiophobes on this channel, okay? We will not judge you for listening on audiobook because that's how I consume my books these days. But that's what? It gives narrators jobs, and the narrators kill it. So we're very big on that. A Darker Shade of Magic is what we'll be going over tomorrow. It's another fantasy book. But so far, I am very much enjoying it. But I hope you're all... I don't know, Justin, were you a Spotify Wrapped? Did you get a Spotify Wrapped?
No.
Okay, not a Spotify person. Anyway, and then Monday you'll have myself, and then probably, hopefully, a special guest for a fantasy F around. As Tushka will be out because they have other things going on, but we still try and give you all the fantasy football stuff there at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And then we will be doing bracket bitches throughout. Obviously, we're having the MLS is wrapping up with Souls, Inter Miami, and Vancouver Whitecaps going for the MLS championship. So either it's going to be Canada or Messi winning, basically that there.
Oh,
I know.
One last thing. I just saw this. Frightful put out a story. Apparently, Bianca gave a little bit of an update about where her injured finger is on Instagram. A fan asked how her finger was doing, and she actually replied and said it's getting fixed with prayer emojis. So,
Okay.
So it sounds like they have to do maybe a little bit like minor surgery or something to help get her healed because she is really best. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. It's like it wasn't just a normal break. It's like the knuckle broke, and that's tricky shit, unfortunately. So.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that'll work out, and we'll get her back sometime, hopefully soon.
SmackDown needs Bianca so bad.
It does.
It does there. But that's what we got going on. Obviously, like I said, Rev Sports wrap it up. Justin had a good time a couple weeks ago. Thank you for filling in for us there as we talked about anything in the world of sports. And speaking about brackets, we've got also our NCAA college football brackets, and especially a team that made the college football playoff, and then the coach said deuces and went to LSU. So that's always weird about the world in college football. But Justin, we did it again, man. Another one done. We did it. And guess what? We're going to be back here talking about some new wrestling because wrestling never stops. And that's another thing we like about the world of wrestling. And we hope to have you all back here next time to enjoy it with us. See you.